Reality television has introduced viewers to many unique personalities, but few have left as strong an impression as Ryan Evans from Counting Cars. From the very first episode of the show, Ryan stood out because of his skill with paint and design, turning ordinary vehicles into breathtaking works of art. His role was never just about making cars look good, it was about transforming them into something unforgettable. For Ryan, a motorcycle or a car was never simply a machine. Instead, it was a canvas, waiting to be brought to life through careful color, shading, and design. Viewers quickly learned that Ryan was not only a technician but also an artist. What makes his story heartbreaking is not that he fell into failure or personal ruin, but that false stories and business troubles took away a large public stage where his work was celebrated. The real tragedy is how quickly rumors spread, how damaging they can be to a person's name, and how much visibility an artist can lose when a show disappears from television. Ryan's career, however, shows both the pain of losing public recognition and the strength of someone who continues to create despite challenges. When Counting Cars stopped airing in 2021, questions began to circulate about why the show ended. Unfortunately, this gave rise to damaging rumors, many of which unfairly targeted Ryan Evans. The harshest story claimed that Ryan had stolen money from Count's Customs, the famous Las Vegas shop owned by Danny the Count, Coca. This rumor suggested that Ryan had betrayed the very workplace that helped him rise to fame. For a man whose reputation was built on skill, loyalty, and honesty, such a claim could have destroyed both his career and his personal pride. Luckily, Danny himself publicly defended Ryan. He explained that Ryan had been with him for over 25 years and was like family. Danny admitted that theft had happened in the company, but Ryan had nothing to do with it. The guilty party was another employee in management, who was quickly removed. Despite this truth, many people continued to repeat the false story, proving how dangerous gossip can be in the world of reality TV. For Ryan, the tragedy was not in his actions but in the lies told about him, showing how easily someone's image can be damaged even when they are innocent. Another heartbreaking part of Ryan's story is tied to the cancellation of Counting Cars. The show had been running since 2012, entertaining fans with car builds, dramatic negotiations, and of course, Ryan's incredible paint jobs. But by December 2021, no new episodes were released, and it became clear the series had ended. The History Channel never gave an official reason, which created space for more rumors. Some fans believed Ryan had walked away. Others thought the global health crisis of 2019 had caused delays. The truth was more complicated. Count's Customs, the shop at the center of the show, faced several legal and financial problems. One lawsuit from 2014 accused the shop of failing to deliver a promised restoration worth $50,000. There were also reports of embezzlement, as well as complaints from customers about poor service and unfair charges. Together, these issues made the producers decide to pull the plug. Importantly, Ryan Evans had nothing to do with these problems. His disappearance from TV was simply a side effect of the business troubles, not a result of personal failure. For viewers, the tragedy was losing the chance to watch Ryan's artistry unfold each week, while for Ryan, it meant losing a major stage to share his craft. Long before television fame, Ryan Evans was simply a young boy who loved cars and motorcycles. He was born in Mount Vernon, Illinois, although some sources mistakenly say Frankfurt, Germany. His father served in the military, which meant the family moved often, exposing Ryan to different places and cultures. One thing remained constant: those fascination with vehicles. From an early age, he enjoyed working with his father on cars, learning basic mechanics and understanding the beauty of machines. By the time the family settled in Texas, Ryan had already started experimenting with paint. He practiced endlessly in his parents' garage, testing colors and designs. What began as a hobby slowly turned into a career goal. In 1996, he made a bold choice to move to Los Angeles and chase his dream of becoming a professional in the custom car industry. Los Angeles had a thriving car culture, full of shows, competitions, and opportunities. Ryan wanted to immerse himself in that environment, to see what real artists were doing and to prove himself among them. This step was not easy, moving to a big city with little money and no guarantees of success was risky, but it showed the determination that would define his entire career. Ryan's big break came in 1999. When Danny Coker and Shannon Ico noticed his unique talent, they invited him to Las Vegas to join Count's Customs, a shop that was quickly growing in reputation. Ryan accepted the offer, and this decision would change his life. At first, he worked as a painter and graphic artist, handling detailed paint jobs that required skill and patience. His natural creativity and fearless approach to design made him stand out. Within a few years, he became the head painter and lead customization artist at the shop. Ryan was not just an employee, he became Danny's right-hand man, helping to plan and complete almost every major project. His style mixed traditional airbrush techniques with bold, modern graphics, giving Count's Customs a distinctive look that fans admired. One of his career highlights came in 2015, when his work on a 1973 boat-tail Riviera won the Best in Show award from Airbrush Action magazine at SEMA, one of the largest car events in the world. This recognition confirmed that Ryan was not just a TV personality, but a genuine master of his craft. For him, painting cars and motorcycles was never about money or fame. It was about creating rolling pieces of art that told a story and captured emotion. When Counting Cars premiered in 2012 on the History Channel, Ryan Evans finally gained the public spotlight. The show followed the daily operations of Count's Customs, showcasing how ordinary vehicles were transformed into masterpieces. Ryan's artistic vision quickly became a core part of the series. He appeared in over 100 episodes, each time bringing something new to the screen. His calm personality, sense of humor, and signature catchphrases gave the show a human touch, balancing Danny's high energy. Viewers appreciated not only the finished cars, but also the process, watching Ryan choose colors, create sketches, and carefully airbrush designs. His presence added authenticity because he was not acting. He was simply doing what he had always done. Over time, fans began to see him as one of the faces of Count's Customs, almost as important as Danny himself. The show's success boosted his reputation worldwide, making him a respected figure in the custom car community. Yet, this fame came with pressure. Reality TV is often more about drama than truth, and sometimes the focus shifted away from the artistry Ryan valued. Even so, Counting Cars gave him an unmatched platform to share his skills, and losing that platform when the show ended was a major blow to his career visibility. Despite the ups and downs of television, Ryan has always valued stability in his personal life. He married Dana Pauly in 2015, becoming both a husband and a stepfather to Dana's son, Logan. Ryan also has 2 children, Kylie and Austin, from a previous marriage. Away from work, he is described as a loving family man who enjoys spending time at home, often with his cats, which he has a soft spot for. Unlike many reality TV stars, Ryan has never chased scandals or dramatic headlines. Instead, he has kept a private and balanced personal life. Financially, he is also stable. Estimates place his net worth between $1 million and $5 million, a reflection of his long career at Count's Customs and his ongoing projects. While this figure is far below Danny Coker's fortune, it shows Ryan is comfortable and secure. His lifestyle does not suggest tragedy or struggle, but rather a steady success. In this way, the heartbreaking tragedy of Ryan's story is not about failure in his family life or finances. Instead, it is about how the public lost regular access to his work when the show ended, and how false rumors damaged his reputation, even though his personal life remained strong. Since the end of the show, Ryan Evans has continued working at Count's Customs, proving that his love for art is stronger than his need for television fame. He remains an active part of the shop, focusing on painting cars and motorcycles with the same passion as always. Beyond the shop, Ryan connects with fans through social media. On Facebook, he has more than 70,000 followers, where he often goes live to answer questions or show new projects. His Instagram feed is filled with photos of his latest paint jobs. Behind the scenes, glimpses, and collaborations with different brands, Ryan also attends major industry events like SEMA, where he sometimes represents paint companies and gives demonstrations. These appearances remind fans that while he may not be on TV, his influence in the custom car world is still strong. Interestingly, Ryan has not ruled out a return to television. He has expressed openness to new opportunities, saying that another custom car show featuring him would not be impossible. Until then, he seems content focusing on his craft, showing that his true motivation has always been art, not fame. This resilience proves that even after losing a major platform, he continues to thrive by staying true to his passion. So, what truly is the heartbreaking tragedy of Ryan Evans from Counting Cars? It is not a story of personal downfall, addiction, or financial ruin, as some rumors might suggest. Instead, the tragedy lies in the unfair loss of recognition caused by outside forces. False accusations painted him as a thief when in reality he was innocent. The cancellation of Counting Cars removed his global stage, taking away weekly opportunities for fans to see his work. These events represent a kind of professional tragedy. Not because Ryan failed, but because circumstances outside his control changed how the world saw him. At the same time, his story is also one of resilience. Instead of letting rumors break him, he stood firm, supported by Danny Coker and his team. Instead of disappearing when the camera stopped, he kept creating art. For Ryan, the end of Counting Cars was not the end of his career, but the beginning of a quieter chapter one that focused more on his love for painting than on public attention. This balance between tragedy and strength makes his story inspiring. It shows that while fame may fade, true passion endures, and that is perhaps the most important lesson his journey offers. In the end, Ryan Evans's life is best understood, not through the lens of tragedy, but through his lasting contribution to automotive art. His paint jobs have transformed countless cars and motorcycles into timeless works of art. He has inspired fans, aspiring painters, and car enthusiasts all over the world. Even though he no longer appears on television, his influence remains strong within the industry. Ryan represents the idea that real success is not measured by how many people watch you on TV, but by the passion and dedication you bring to your craft. The rumors, the lawsuits, and the cancellation of Counting Cars were setbacks, but they never defined him. Instead, what defines Ryan is his artistry, his loyalty to Count's customs, and his steady character. His story reminds us that while fame can be fleeting, true talent lasts. For fans, the heartbreaking part may be not seeing him on their screens anymore. But for Ryan, the story is not about loss. It is about continuing to create beauty, one custom paint job at a time, with or without the spotlight. That quiet strength, more than anything else, is the real heart of his journey.